What's going on, everyone? I'm back with another top 5 GTA 5 custom cars video. Now this is a special edition, seeing as 6 months ago I created a top 5 Need for Speed cars for GTA 5, which was back when the movie was just about to be released, and that was obviously before all these new supercars had been introduced to the game through the DLCs. So I thought I'd create a special video to go back and take a look at some of those new cars because they obviously make some really good replicas of the Need for Speed movie cars. So sit back and enjoy my new top 5 Need for Speed cars in GTA 5. So once again, coming in at number 5, we've got the True Fade adder to represent the Bugatti Veyron. This is still pretty much identical to the one I produced in the first video. We're basically customizing it with the black colour scheme, then the sunrise orange wheels in secondary colour. And like I mentioned in that original video, it's a shame that we can't apply more orange to the bodywork, like the side skirts and the bumper, to create a more accurate movie car replica. One of the nicest cars that was featured in the movie is the McLaren P1, which was a car that I couldn't feature back in that original video because there weren't any models that kind of looked anything like it back in March. But since then we've had the Bugatti Turismo R introduced to the game, which is heavily inspired and almost a direct replica of the McLaren P1. So there's a few customization mods for this one. Just basically apply this nice grace red base colour with a bright orange pearl to replicate that awesome colour. Then otherwise you want to leave the roof blank and just add some black wheels. Just like I featured in that original video, the Vapid Dominator makes a very good replica of that souped up Mustang from the movie. Basically go with all the customization mods with the exception of the front grille because we want to keep those two little spotlights. But otherwise you basically want a silver primary colour with a diamond blue pearl, and then choose the dark blue as the secondary colour to be applied to that stripe. Likewise, one of the cars that was featured back in that original video was the Overflow Density XF to represent the Koenigsegg. Aside from the Mustang, this was one of the key cars in the movie and it makes a pretty close match, so it's one that you might want to run as your personal car in GTA Online. There's not much in the way of mods for this one. All you basically need to do is apply the red and black colour scheme and go with the various mods, but excluding the front splitter and canards. Then to round off this new collection of Need for Speed cars in GTA 5, we've got the Bugatti Zentorno, which makes a much better replica of the Sesto Elemento from the movie than the Bugatti Veyron that I used back in March. In some ways I do think the Bugatti Veyron did have some better styling features. I think the overall shape as well as the front headlights looked a little bit more accurate, but the Zentorno is obviously based on the Sesto Elemento, and it's those little design details on the rear end and on the bonnet that really tie it into the movie car. If you go with a matte black body colour and then apply red as a secondary, you can choose to have that red applied to all those little bits and bobs like those triangles on the bonnet and those little circular rings on the back end. So hopefully this little follow-up video kind of finishes off that top Need for Speed cars in GTA 5. Since there's some better models that are now available in the game, it kind of left that original video a little bit obsolete. So if you are a fan of the movie and want to build yourself one of these movie cars in game, then hopefully this video will give you some inspiration. If you want to see more GTA 5 car builds, don't forget to check out the playlist because there's loads of episodes in the series so far. Most of them are still pretty relevant, so head back and check them out if you're lost for something to do. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I'll catch you all later.